Well, I haven't been here in weeks, so we're gonna go in and see what kind of treasures we can find. Come on along. Here we are, and I see, since I've been here, we've had a price increase from $1.65 to $1.75. What are you gonna do? Inflation. Looks like lots of people, but not too busy. We're gonna go in and check it out, and I see them lined up at this bin here, and this one's usually shoes, so I'm gonna go and check it out before they take it away. That paid off in the first 30 seconds in the door. I saw these, and by the way, they did come and take that bin away right away. I saw these ethnies, and I thought, ooh, skater shoes, interesting brand, good branding here. Check them out on the bottom. They look to be in very good shape. And wouldn't you know it, really strong comps. So it looks like our first pickup within 5 seconds. Now, I'm usually guilty of getting very excited and just leaping right in. But today, we're gonna check all the bins before we go into any of them. So let's be a little more organized. Well, that didn't go to plan. There was a purse bin that came out and I just lost my plan and went right for it. So let's take a look at what I picked up and I'm putting back, and a couple things I'm gonna keep. This Buxton vintage leather wallet is cute and all, but not a good sell-through rate and for less than $10, so that's going back. This is a passport cover. It's not leather. I have a leather one. It would be personal use, so no. This I was thinking for flippity-flipped to display necklaces, and then I remembered I already have one. Not black, but I don't think I need a second one. It's kind of a bulky thing to store. Going back. This is a frame from a piece I'm keeping, and you can see it was just duct taped, so I'm keeping the art, original art, but not the matting in the frame. This I was going to pick up for personal use because I went to Newfoundland last year, and this is a very cute tote bag or beach bag. And then I noticed this. Damaged. Goodbye. This actually had 2 listed and 1 sold, but for a very low price. And I thought it was a backpack. It's actually an insulated, I guess, food cooler. Also backpack. And there were 2 of them. So they're very cute. Somebody probably took a trip to Disney and then donated them after. So not worth enough to pick up. This belt was very cute. It is, as you can see, American Eagle Outfitters. It is genuine leather. But as I carefully looked, you can see there's a little stud missing there and there. So damaged, not gonna take it. This was just a little makeup bag, not gonna get that. And then I thought there was some potential here with this duffel bag. OGO, I don't know if that's how you actually pronounce it. And so I thought, even if it's a little dirty, I could clean it. And then I noticed the logo from a bank. So we don't want anything with a logo on it. Doesn't bring as much money. This very cute little leather mini backpack is by American Leather Works. It's got a lot of pilling on the lining inside. And so that would take some work to get it off. And when I looked inside, it's not even made in America. So we're gonna leave it. This is an interesting backpack from an actually good brand name. Where is it here? Beckman. But when I went to test all the many zippers on this thing, which one was it? Oh, here. You can see I zipped it up and went, uh-oh, what's wrong? What's missing here? So I figured if one zipper has already got an issue, there could be more condition issues with this one. So as cute as this little dinosaur bag is, and pretty good sell-through rate and price, I'm not gonna take it if it's damaged. And then there was this game that I found. It is baseball season, right? Home Run Challenge. This is made in Canada, 1987. But there's a couple listed, none sold, so we shall leave it. Next up, I'm gonna show you what I did pick up in this round. All right, on to some keepers that have made it into the cart. This is an original piece of art, a painting. You can see the brush strokes if I shine the light on it there. And I just thought it had a really cool look to it. So for all it weighs, it is signed by the artist down there in the corner. 1998 vintage. We're gonna get that. Then I found this beauty. This needs a little bit of cleaning, but this is vintage J. Crew. And look at this gorgeous brass hardware. Solid brass, beautiful. So this is worth me cleaning it up, and whether I actually end up selling it or keeping it, that remains to be seen. This is an ankle support brace, and when I looked it up, there's a good amount sold. It's a size large. I thought that was positive. It is med spec, and they sell for $20+. This is very light, so I thought, well, we might just go ahead and get that. Good sell-through rate. Over here, look at this. We have these puzzles. Now, they're not sealed originally, but they have been taped. So that tells me somebody was looking after them, who owned them and donated them. So we have 3 versions. These are called Puntastic puzzles. So this first one you can see is about movies. Can you find the 100 movies in this 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle? So, wouldn't you know it, Nathan happens to like puzzles, and the guy is in film school, so I'm thinking this is going to be a fun thing I bring home for him. Question is, do I also get the other 2? They're not worth reselling on eBay. I looked them up. This one is about music. So can you find 100 musicians? Well, I saw one on the table right here. Salt and Pepper. Anyway, oh, and the Police. Just a couple off the top of my head. So am I going to get that? Probably not. It's a little bit heavy. But just to show you, the third one in the collection was TV shows. So can you find 100 TV shows in here? I haven't tried to look yet. But again, it's quite heavy. So I think we'll probably just get the one as a gift for Nathan. Now, let me talk to you about the conundrum here. This gorgeous leather, very large duffel was in a bin and had not been picked up by all of the initial people looking at the bin. Granted, we've got some water issues here, but what captured my attention was this very prominent logo, the bridge. And when I turned it over to the bottom, you can see just the quality of these feet that are on the bottom of the bag to protect it, obviously. As I'm turning them, I'm feeling a tiny bit loose, but I'm guessing that that can be fixed. Anyway, I thought, why is no one picking this up? Got a lining on the inside, all, of course, branded. It's gorgeous. It's almost like a velvet lining. So I knew this was a quality bag. So why? And then, here's the problem. It has a big tear. So something obviously caught it, or it just got, like, it wasn't conditioned, the leather, and it's broken. And then there's, of course, the same or similar happening on some of the corners. So you might think, well, that's just obvious. That's a write-off, isn't it? And then I looked at the comps for this brand. And let me just throw them up on the screen for you. So my dilemma is this. Would someone be willing to spend the money to fix? Because you can get a leather repair place to put a new patch here, and maybe restore it to be almost as good as new. So should I buy it? Considering we are at the bins, what does this weigh? This would cost me like maybe $5. I'm wondering if I could sell it on eBay as is in damaged condition for potentially even $75. So do I take a chance? What do I do? Put your comment below. Would you buy it? Would you not? I'm going to make you wait till the end to find out if I took it or not. Okay, attempt number 2 at going through a bin systematically. So we're going to do this kitchen one. See what kind of reusable drink things we have. A Bubba. Don't know Bubba. What's this one? Ford. I guess if you drove a Ford car, you might like to have that. This is a really nice one. No lid though. Native Home from Vancouver. If that had a lid, I might buy that. I really like it. But without a lid, I don't think it's terribly useful. Same with this, David's Tea. That has a really nice heavy feel to it, but no lid, alas. What else have we got? Paint's all worn off. What else, what else, what else? Okay, these, look at this. Somebody was obviously clearing out their water bottle collection. I am a sucker for this brand. I don't know why. Paint loss on the bottom, that's pretty normal. But the rest of this one looks nice. Marble design. This one in a plain white. I probably could sell these two together. That's just a mark. Oops, now on my finger. Oh, nope, we got dentistry. Don't want branding, but I will pick up this one, I think. So there's one. And I'm going to put that in my temporary little cart. This looks to be, it is metal, and it looks to be like a utensil holder, that very sleek, very modern, that you would put on your counter. Oh, there I am in the mirror a little bit. Gluckstein Home. I think it might be David Gluckstein as a designer, like a home interior designer. Might pick that up. We'll see. That's kind of nice. Is this another swell? It is. And this one is, I think I've looked this up maybe in a different color, but it's like this wood grain kind of pattern. And this actually feels like a bigger one. Okay, I wonder if the lid from the white one. Okay, first off, see, I'm already getting disorganized. This is going to go in the cart. That little silver spoon we're going to look into. I'm going to go back here and see if this lid might fit on this bottle. Nope, too small. That did not work. I will put this back on. Set of, based on the rust, maybe vintage tongs. Is there a brand name? I do not see one anywhere. Trudeau, professional. I was going to say that's usually a salt or pepper. I might have to look into this because this is super, super heavy duty. And I've had good luck with salt and peppers, if you've heard me say that in one of my other videos. So we're going to look that one up. My cart has disappeared underneath the bin. There we go. Oh, Starbucks. Let's see. This was originally $38.95 in Canada. Look at that price difference for all my American viewers. $28 in the US, $39 in Canada. Has its straw. So this is intriguing. Oh, also has some damage. So that was a sad day for whoever paid $39 for this when they dropped it and put a dent in it. So sadly, I'm not sure anybody on eBay is going to want that either. We'll leave him. Too bad. There's usually a reason, you know, when you're at the bins and you see a really good item, like this is a pretty good item, if it's still here, there's a reason. You just have to figure out what it is sometimes. Fresco. Stainless steel pressure cooker. I might. This looks to be in really nice condition. How's the lid? Help me check it over. Let's see. That looks pretty good to me. Of course, it's heavy. It is a pressure cooker. But I'm going to take that and look it up. Pots and pans. You can always tell in this big warehouse when they bring out a pots and pans bin because the clatter is unbelievable. Let's move on. I do not normally do toys, but as you may recall from one of my first videos, Nathan found 2 Harvey the Hound plush in here, which is our Calgary Flames NHL mascot. So now I take a browse just to see. Now something like this will catch my eye because it just, I mean, I'm sure it's not handmade with this tag on it, but it just has a real cute, well, kind of a high-end feel to it too. So what is this? Blah blah. I might just look this little one up and see. Plush soccer ball, that's cute. Always a Mickey or a Minnie. So I'll just take a quick look, see if there's anything super unusual. A Care Bear. I wonder how old that is. Do they still make Care Bears? Lots of fun little guys, but generally not really worth selling on eBay. Like I say, unless you found something rare, and considering there's probably some toy sellers in the house, don't think that's going to be me finding anything rare. Okay, reporting back on this is blah blah. and it's called Splash the Cat. Little swimming costume on. Now I put up a comp. It does actually sell, but not for a lot of money. However, if I can find her friend the squirrel, now I am going to go through the rest of this to just see if I can find her friend, because as a pair, they sell fairly decently. Sadly, no squirrel friends in the house, so we will leave her for someone else. But I did find this absolutely adorable puppy. It says Adventure Planet. And I have a certain nephew who just loves puppies. So might this be our little house friend? We'll see.
He's helping me edit the video.
Okay, looked this one up, this pressure cooker. Fresco was the brand. And while it's very nice, heavy, good condition, if you wanted one for personal use, probably a good pickup. It is not worth selling on eBay, given how heavy this is. That's gonna cost like 10 bucks. So we'll leave it behind. Okay, how did I do in the last bin? Was I orderly? I think I did better. Still get a little distracted, but I'm gonna try to do the same on this Housewares bin. And I was immediately drawn to this wooden, very country, isn't it? Missing a couple of feet though. So kind of, I guess you could put remote controls or different things in there, but nope. Here we have a roller set. If they were electric, I might look at them, but I don't think so. We have a Wilson golf bag. Let's see, that looks like a leather covered bottle. Interesting. Oh, I see damage right there. So new. Yaletti, made in Italy. I might have to look this up, although it is heavy to be buying by weight. I'll look it up. We'll see what we're dealing with there. Cake plate. Letter M. Or is it a W? I think it's an M. Mirror. Hello. Nothing in here for me today. Verdict on the coffee. No, not worth enough, so we'll leave it. Another toy bin. Let's see what we have. This is a good quality toy. You can feel that. It's heavy. I think this is, yes, Melissa and Doug. But it's very heavy, being made of wood and metal. So as much as I would like to play this, because doesn't this look fun? Oh, to be a kid. We will not be buying that. Got a big doll. Look how big this doll is. My goodness. With one shoe. Oh no. Games. Harry Potter puzzle. Bit of everything in this bin. But I don't think there's anything here for me. Mousetrap. Did not have that game. But growing up, I think some friends did. So no toys. I typically don't anyway, but I'll always check in here just to see if there's a good game. Like I have sold before some of the wooden box library style vintage board games, but not today. Well, when a new bin comes out, which one just did, filled with purses, or I should say bags, you just gotta move. So couldn't film, but now I found myself a comfy chair here in the furniture department. And so I'm gonna sit and go through and report back to you on what I found. The first item is this little storage pouch, bin if you will, and it's from the brand 31. And wouldn't you know it, I have another one of these that I have found in the bins, just about ready to be listed. It's scheduled right now, so I'll throw up a screenshot of the listing, and I'm just gonna add this to it. So right now I have one listed for $14.99. I'll add this one to the listing, and maybe we'll charge $24.99 for the two, and maybe that'll help it sell faster. So that's a keep. Well, I did my research, so let's go through the no pile. This Gluckstein home, none listed on eBay, I think because it's a Canadian designer. Pass. This is a little warmer you put underneath a chafing dish, and it had damage, so no blame. This pepper grinder, could not find any details on it. It's quite heavy. I actually took it apart to check it out, and as heavy as it is, it doesn't seem that well made, so we don't want to pick up heavy items that are not well made. This spoon does sell, but there's a set of 6 of these vintage silver spoons from Germany for $24. So one is only going to be worth a few dollars. This was kind of a vintagey, I think it was a reusable shopping bag that goes in your purse before that was a real thing. It's got some tears, some issues, so we're going to leave it. This tailor-made hat, besides being stained, so it's going to be taking a bit of work, only sold for like $13. This bag, I can't even figure out what it is, so going back. I Love London tote bag, as cute as it is. Gotta love, although it is upside down, that's a bit weird. But, you know, the double-decker, the taxi, Big Ben, the phone booth, changing of the guard, the whole bit. None listed, so we're gonna let it go. This one was a bit of a toss-up. It is, where's the brand? Here, Derek Alexander. It is a very nice leather backpack, but as you can see as I'm turning it around, there is a lot of wear, so we have issues with it. And while there are some listed for quite a high price, $80, maybe even up to $100, there are none of the actual backpacks sold. So with this much of a project piece and none in the sold comps, we're gonna leave it behind. This Under Armour very lightweight backpack, sort of a travel packable kind of a thing, none sold that I could find. This is a new with tags golf hat. What's the brand here? Black Clover. It does sell, but we've got a logo on it, which means it'll go for less, and it only sold for, I think, under $15 to begin with. And finally, this Mountain Equipment Co-op crossbody, really handy travel bag with all sorts of different compartments. I was ready to get it until I noticed this is actually broken. The little clip here is broken right there. So that will go back as well. So a bunch in the no pile, but that's what we're here for. That's why we're checking it all out very closely. Don't want to buy something and regret it. So I turned around onto the yeses. This little cutie is going to come home and be our little house pet for the rest of the summer till Nathan goes back to school. Swell, I already looked them up many times. I have quite a few on my store, but they have sold, and I think these actually go better for me on Poshmark, so I might list these Swell bottles on Poshmark. So we're going to take that. Might be able to sell it for somewhere between $15 and $20. Now this is a brand, if you don't know it, pay attention. Jellycat stuffed toys, plush. This is just the bag. I wish I could find the actual Jellycat. I wish I knew what was in it. Makes me want to go back to the toy bin, but this was in a totally separate spot, so what are the chances I would actually find it? Anyway, the bag itself does sell, no surprise, for, you know, high-end pricey items. So we're gonna buy that because it weighs nothing. Then we have this here, Hayes Travel Mate, it's called, crossbody sling bag. And it has, I haven't even counted, but there's gotta be at least 10 or 12 different pockets in here. And there was a few sold on eBay. The red one went for less, but a black one, and this is like a gray, the black one went for about $26, $27. So I think we can get 20 to 25 for that. And two more things. We have this agenda, or I guess planner, and the brand is Webster Pages. So it has a little bit of transfer from something. I'll see if I can get that off. But it sells for a decent amount. It's got a little bit of damage there, so I don't know. I have to take a closer look at that, but I think I could probably get most of that out with just a little bit of massaging. We're gonna pick this one up though, since it's in pretty nice shape. And the final item is this here belt. So let me show you the buckle. So this is Diesel Vintage. You can see the metal buckle there. And this is red leather. Let me turn it over, and it is actually made in Italy. So you can see here, what does that say? Protection approved, made in Italy, 100% cow leather, and it's got the size and all the branding really clear here. So this is a definite pickup. It's possible I might be able to get even $40 or $50 for this. So that was a nice find as well. It's a shoe day today, folks. So these are a couple of ones going back. I had not heard of this brand, Forleria. Thought they were cute with especially the little metal on the tassels, although look what that did to the leather. Anywho, the value's not there. And these are Revolution Dance, and so they're that interesting dance type shoe with all the flexibility. Not enough value there either. So these two are going back. I did find a few pairs though that we're gonna keep. These are Timberland women's ankle booties, and there's a sold comp recent, despite the fact that it's not really boot leather right now, for over $40. So we will get those. They're a little bit heavy, but we're gonna get those because they are in very nice shape. These are Echo, and these are suede ankle booties. Again, in nice condition. When we look at the bottoms, let's check the other one to be sure. Looking good, looking good. A little bit of wear, but a suede brush will fluff that right back up. And these again have strong sold comps. Red I think is a good color, so we will get those. And these are, actually you can't tell on the bottom. I had to look inside in the light. I don't even know if I can show it to you. Ted Baker. So nice high-end brand, and these are Bins. Very nice leather booties. A little bit of heel wear. I'll double check that, but I think they're gonna be okay. And these again, strong value and decent comps. I like to have some high-end designer stuff in my store and some regular stuff as well. So nice mix. And then sneak peek, a little peek out of the bag there. I'm going to talk about that outside because I can't even believe what happened. It's good. I can't wait to tell you. Once I get checked out, I'll share that story. This has been quite a day in the bins. When I went to return those shoes I wasn't getting, this beautiful bag was just sitting there, no one around, and I thought, what is going on? It is Rebecca Minkoff. It goes this way. So this little leather mini backpack retails for over $300. And I'm wondering to myself, is it fake? And all signs point to no. Leather feels great. Stitching looks good. Hardware looks good. So I'm like, what's going on? And then I see this unfortunate rip. So now again, another dilemma, just like that other leather bag with the actual tear in the leather. Do I get this and possibly even pay to have it fixed? I'm considering it because I could even possibly use this personally if I decide not to sell it for like $100. I think again, we're at the bins. This is gonna cost like, $3, $4. We're getting it. Maybe you think I'm losing it. Let me know whether you would have got it too. Did a quick little tour of the luggage. That Hayes roller suitcase there looked interesting, but the handle doesn't work. We've got some rugs, more luggage, more luggage, more luggage, more luggage. Nothing I'm gonna pick up. And then we have the individually priced few items that are breakable, that don't end up in the bins. And not too much. The shelves are pretty bare. I really like the look of this one. I guess at $35, it's no wonder it ended up here. It's from the Hudson's Bay Company, which is actually one of Canada's oldest retailer, like department store. That's where this came from. And they're closing after 100 whatever plus years. So that's a little bit sad. But they did have beautiful home goods, including that vase, which I was very tempted because green is my favorite color. But I don't need extra things in my house. So we shall leave it. And then I did see this. I just thought it was cute. The little living aquarium. Plastic. But I plugged it in and it doesn't work. So I didn't even get to play with it. And then we're into, check it out, bicycles. So how much do they want for a kid's bike? $15. Great place to come here if your kid needs a bike. Got furniture, lots and lots of chairs, more bikes here, you can see. Lots of kids' bikes. Where's all the kids riding bikes? Chairs, more furniture through there. And then here's the exercise, the land of abandoned exercise equipment. Also healthcare aids like wheelchairs. I've seen walkers in here before. You just never know what you're gonna find. And then I guess we call this the bulky item space. Again, some more health stuff, outdoor slide, wagon, filing stuff, chairs, and look at that, even a lawnmower. So no excuse to not cut your lawn when you can get a lawnmower for $25. And just when I'm thinking of leaving, a fresh shoe bin. So we're gonna dig. Let's see if we find anything. We'll do some live digging here and see what we can come up with. What are these? Puma. Probably not. Somehow we have a light fixture in here. New Balance. Okay, what's wrong with these? Those look nice. Here's the other one. That's a really decent brand. Check the toes. Doesn't look like they're damaged. Missing laces, but that's no big deal. Okay. We'll check them out. Into the cart they go for look up later. You see all kinds of stuff in here. Waterproof. Can't see a brand. I see a rip, so that's when we stop looking. What are these? What's that be? Anybody know? See if the bottom... Oh, bomb equipment. Nope. Saw these Nikes, and they actually looked pretty cool. Oh, really worn though. What was the other? Oh, I think I also saw damage. Yeah, right there. So no good. Those are pretty heels. Hillary Radley. I would have to look them up. I'm not sure about value and sell through, but I'll throw it in and look for the other one. That's the first step. We need to find the pair first. Sometimes they're still attached and other times they're not. Tradition. Look at these big boots. Those would be heavy. Pair of Nike, really lightweight. Is that maybe fly knit or something? But you can see color loss, so not looking too great. Always check these styles and see if they're Blundstone. Those can sell for good money. Those are Kenneth Cole. There's a pair of slides. Dadson. Never heard of it. But I think a dog got at them. Let's see, anything else? Lots of other things, but nothing I don't think for us. Just gonna do some live digging here, and then we're gonna wrap it up and get out of here. I promise. Well, I shouldn't make promises I might not be able to keep. If they bring out a new purse bin, all bets are off. These are interesting. Great tray. Oh, Echo. Question is that too worn? Perhaps not. Echoes do well. So I'm gonna, again, put this in the cart and look for the match. It's maybe one of those days where we have trouble finding our pairs, and then that makes the decision process easy, because well, I suppose you could sell one shoe, but Now, oddly, made in Spain. Boots. See, I don't know that brand. And these are real chunky. Kind of stylish. All right, I'm gonna look them up. Not usually lazy when it comes to looking things up. I'd rather know and then know for next time. Oh, look at this, a massager thing. All right, I am not having any luck. It's almost time to wrap it up here. They stay open till 7 p.m. now in the summer, but all good things must come to an end, including the 7 p.m. bins. Okay, now I have to take a quick browse back through these to see if I find any of my loose ends. So far, not seeing any. Lots of shoes though, look at it all. There's my Echo. Yes. And is this one, looks pretty similar. Okay, so there's one. Go back and put that in the cart. I'm looking for a couple more. Just saw some cute linings. What shoe is this? What is the brand? G21. I'm thinking no. Focus, Dawn, focus. If I ever see Clarks, which these are, in my size, I will buy them because they can be washed. Too worn anyway, I think. Okay, speed round, help me find my pairs. Got a couple more. Don't know if we are going to find them today. Oh, look at that shoe. What is that? Don't know. All right, we're gonna turn the camera off, see if it's in here. Otherwise, we're out of here. Okay, final report. These would sell, but I see a sold pair for $35, and with no laces, I'm gonna get even less than that. These oddly did not, AUDLEY, did not have a lot of sold, so we're gonna leave them, they're heavy. Did not find the other Hillary Radley shoe, so leaving that. And the Echo, there was a high sold comp in black, but in the tan, we're gonna leave that one too. Hope that I didn't miss reporting back on anything, but you can see it is clearing out of here because they're closing in about 10 minutes. So I better go there and check out. That was a banner day at the bins. I found good brands. I put a lot of stuff back. That's my new thing now. I probably made a couple of questionable decisions where you're like, Dawn, what are you doing buying damaged goods, even if they are designer brands? Well, we'll call it an experiment. We're going to see if they'll sell. Of course, I will greatly reduce the price unless I end up getting them fixed myself. And we'll see what happens, right? That's a bit of the fun of this journey for me in reselling, especially when I'm buying things at the bins. Let me finish this video by telling you the mystery story that I alluded to earlier. Some days I feel so blessed, and I don't know why things fall in line for me the way that they do, but I'm ever so thankful and grateful for it. So I'm in the bins and walking around near a shoe bin, I think, and I overhear someone telling someone else, I just found a pair of Fluevogs. And I said, oh, wow. I stopped in my tracks, said, oh, wow, good for you. That's a great find, especially in the bins. Anyway, I was like, wow, so cool. So I walk away and he comes over to me and he said, you are interested in Fluevogs? And I said, why? Do you want to sell them to me? This is something that happens at the bins. I don't know if you have bins in your area, but if you don't, sometimes, you know, whoever's the lucky one to grab something out of the bin may be willing to, you know, sell them to another, oftentimes reseller, for some quick cash rather than having to go home, clean them, list them, and wait, you know, an unknown amount of time for them to sell. So anyway, a little bit of wheeling and dealing later, and they offered, I didn't, you know, I wasn't sure what to offer. I've never actually done this before in the bins, and he asked me for $20. I could hardly believe my luck. So I immediately pressed pause on my own cart and went outside because I don't carry my wallet around with me in the bins. Got my cash and gave him $25 because Fluevogs can sell for a tremendous amount of money. And I was just ever so grateful that they were willing to share them with me. So without further ado, let me show you these super cool John Fluevog men's shoes that I picked up here from another reseller at the bins for $25. I have to hold them like this so you can really see. Check out like these side pointy parts, this pointy toe. Look how that toe is like raised up. They're called swordfish, this particular design. I've already looked them up. I'll throw comps up on the screen, but there you can see some branding. Actually, I have to move my hand. You can see, oh, where is it? Oh, wrong side. It's actually signed there, John Fluevog. It's on the bottom somewhere there, and as well on the inside of the shoe, that is the logo. So if you're ever out thrifting and you see this, not this particular shoe necessarily, but this type of branding, worth big bucks. A little bit of a caveat, they do have some damage. You can see the front has a bit of a chip on it. So what is it with me buying damaged things today? But you know what? I saw a pair in this exact style, different color, that still sold as is with a scuff on the toe like that and other issues for $130. So will I get my $25 back? I think yes. I'm not sure there's anything can be done about this. Now when you wear it, it doesn't actually show that much. So is somebody going to care when this is a pair of really wacky, cool shoes? That's an elastic, by the way. Hopefully not. And hopefully I can make a few bucks along the way. So with all that, what an amazing day. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you again for some more thrifting. Bye.